Om Shanti. Today is Tuesday, the 10th of March 2026. On this Tuesday morning, let us listen to the Sakar Murli from our beloved Bap Dada. Bap Dada, Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, the biggest illness is body consciousness. It was through this illness that there was the downfall. Therefore, now become soul conscious. Let's hear the essence once again on this Tuesday morning. Baba says, sweet children, the biggest illness is body consciousness. It was through this illness that there was the downfall. Therefore, now become soul conscious. Today's question is, when will you children reach your karmatit stage? In answer, Baba says, when you have victory over the suffering of your karma with the power of yoga, and when you become completely soul conscious. So, Baba says, when will we reach our karmatit stage is when we have victory over the suffering of our karma with the power of yoga, and when we have become completely soul conscious. This illness of body consciousness is the biggest illness. Baba says it is through this illness that the world has become impure. Become soul conscious and you will have happiness and intoxication, and your behavior will be reformed. Today's song is, O traveler of the night, do not become weary. The destination of the dawn is not far off. Om Shanti. You children have heard the meaning of traveler. Baba says we children have heard the meaning of traveler. No one apart from you, mouth-born creation Brahmins, can explain this. Baba says when you were deities, you were also human beings, and your characters were very good. You were full of all virtues and 16 celestial degrees full. You were the masters of the world. No human being knows how you changed from diamonds into shells. So, no human being knows how we changed from diamonds into shells. You also completely change number-wise according to the efforts you make. So, Baba says you also change completely according to the efforts you make. You haven't yet become deities. You are being rejuvenated. Baba highlights the word rejuvenated. You are being rejuvenated. Some have changed a little. The characters of some have changed 5% and others 10%. The world doesn't know that Bharat was heaven. So Baba says the world doesn't know that Bharat was heaven. They say that deities existed in Bharat 3000 years before Christ. They had such virtues that they were called gods and goddesses. So, deities existed in Bharat 3000 years before Christ, and they had such virtues that they were called gods and goddesses. They don't have those virtues now. Baba says people don't understand how the downfall of Bharat, which was so wealthy, happened. So, people don't realize how the downfall of Bharat, which was so wealthy, actually happened. Only the Father sits and explains this. Those of you whose characters have changed can explain this. Baba says that the Father says, children, you were deities when you were soul conscious, and then when the kingdom of Ravan began, you became body conscious. So, we were soul conscious when we were deities, and later on, when the kingdom of Ravan began, we became body conscious. This body consciousness is the biggest illness you have. Baba says, in the golden age, you were soul conscious and very happy. No one knows who made you that. The Father sits here and explains why your downfall happened. So Baba explains to us why our downfall happened. Baba highlights the word downfall. Why our downfall happened? You forgot your religion. Bharat has become worth not a penny. Baba highlights the words worth not a penny. What is the main reason for this? Body consciousness. This drama is predestined. People don't know how Bharat, which was so wealthy, became as poor as it is now. We belonged to the original eternal deity religion. So, how did we become corrupt in our religion and actions? The Father explains, when it became the kingdom of Ravan, you became body conscious, and this therefore became your condition. Therefore, Baba tells us that when it became the kingdom of Ravan, You became body conscious, and this therefore became your condition. The ladder shows how the downfall happened. Body consciousness is the main reason why you became worth not a penny. So the father sits here and explains this too. So Baba tells us about body consciousness. In the scriptures, they have shown the duration of the cycle to be hundreds of thousands of years. Nowadays, Baba says the sensible ones are the Christians. Baba highlights the word Christians. He says that the sensible ones are the Christians. They too say that 3000 years before Christ, there was paradise. People cannot understand that it was ancient Bharat that was called heaven. Nowadays, they don't know the full history and geography of Bharat. So, what don't people know? Nowadays, people don't know the full history and geography of Bharat. A few children have a little of this knowledge, but they also have body consciousness because they think that there is no one like them. So, a few children have a little of this knowledge, but they also have body consciousness because they think that there is no one like them. The father explains why Bharat has reached such a stage of degradation. Bapu Gandhiji also used to say, "Purifier, come and establish the kingdom of Rama." Souls definitely received happiness from the father at some point. This is why they remember the purifier. So, souls definitely received happiness from the father at some point. That is why they remember the purifier. The father explains, "My children who change from Shudras into Brahmins don't become completely soul conscious either. They repeatedly become body conscious." So what does Baba explain? Baba says that my children who change from Shudras into Brahmins don't become completely soul conscious either. They repeatedly become body conscious. This is the oldest illness, and it is through this that your condition has become like it is. It takes a lot of effort to become soul conscious. The more soul conscious you are, the more you will remember the Father. So, the more soul conscious we are, the more we will remember the Father. Therefore, Baba says there should be limitless happiness. It is remembered you were concerned to meet the Supreme One who lives in the Brahma element. So, we were concerned to meet the Supreme One who lives in the element of Brahm, the element beyond, and you have now found him. You receive the inheritance of 21 births from him. What else do you need? So, Baba asks us, what else do we need since we have received the inheritance of 21 births from him? Simply become soul conscious and constantly remember me alone. Baba says, you may live at home with your family. The whole world is body conscious. The downfall of Bharat, which was so elevated, did happen. So Baba highlights the word downfall and says, the downfall of Bharat, which was so elevated, did happen. No one can tell you its history and geography. These things are not mentioned in any of the scriptures. Deities were soul conscious. So deities were soul conscious. They understood that they had to shed their bodies and take others. They were not God conscious. So deities were not God conscious, they were soul conscious. Baba says the more soul conscious you remain and the more you remember the Father, the sweeter you will become. So therefore, Baba says the more soul conscious you remain and the more you remember the Father, the sweeter you will become. It is by becoming body conscious that there is fighting, quarreling and monkeyish behavior. So what all is Baba saying? It is by becoming body conscious that there is fighting, quarreling and monkeyish behavior. The Father explains all of this. This Baba also understands all of this, meaning Brahma Baba also understood all of this. Some children become body conscious and forget Shiv Baba. Even very good children are still body conscious. Baba says even very good children are still body conscious. They don't become soul conscious at all. You can explain this unlimited history and geography to anyone. Baba highlights the words history and geography. You can explain this unlimited history and geography to anyone. There definitely were the Sun and Moon dynasty kingdoms. No one knows the drama. Baba highlights the word drama. No one knows the drama. Bharat has now fallen so much and the root of the downfall is body consciousness. So today in the entire Murli, Baba has been telling us about body consciousness, and he says Bharat has now fallen so much and the root of the downfall is body consciousness. Some children too become body conscious. They don't understand who is giving them directions. Always consider it to be Shiv Baba who is telling you. It is because of not remembering Shiv Baba that you become body conscious. The whole world has become body conscious, and this is why the Father says, constantly remember me alone. So what does Baba say? The whole world has become body conscious, and this is why the Father says, constantly remember me alone. Consider yourselves to be souls. The soul listens through this body and plays his part. Baba highlights the word part. The soul listens through this body and plays his part. The Father explains so well. Although some of you give very good talks, good behavior too is necessary. So Baba says, although some of you give very good talks, the good behavior is also necessary. Because of becoming body conscious, some fail. There isn't that happiness or intoxication. So why do people fail? Because of becoming body conscious, Baba says some fail. There isn't that happiness or intoxication. They then perform very sinful actions due to which a lot of punishment will be experienced. A lot of damage is caused by being body conscious. A lot of punishment will have to be experienced. Therefore, Baba says a lot of damage is caused by being body conscious. A lot of punishment will have to be experienced. The Father says this is the godly world government, is it not? So this is the godly world government, the right hand of myself. The godly government is Dharamraj. So Baba says the right hand of myself, the godly government is Dharamraj. When you perform good actions, you receive good fruit from that. Because bad actions are performed, punishment is experienced. Everyone also experiences punishment in the jail of a womb. So Baba says everyone also experiences punishment in the jail of a womb. There is a story about that. All of those things refer to this time. The praise is only of the one Father. There is praise of no one else. This is why it is written, Trimurti Shiv Jayanti is worth a diamond. So Baba highlights the words worth a diamond and says, this is why it is written, Trimurti Shiv Jayanti is worth a diamond. All the rest are worth shells. No one apart from Shiv Baba can purify you. You become pure and then Ravan makes you impure, due to which everyone becomes body conscious. So Baba says you become pure and then Ravan makes you impure, due to which everyone becomes body conscious. You are now becoming soul conscious. This soul conscious stage lasts for 21 births. So the greatness is of the one. It is Shiv Baba who makes Bharat into heaven. So it is Shiv Baba who makes Bharat into heaven. No one knows when Shiv Baba comes. His history should be known first. So Baba says no one knows when Shiv Baba comes. His history should be known first. Baba highlights the word history. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is called Shiva. You understand that there was the downfall because of body consciousness. It is after this has happened that the Father has come to make it rise. So Baba highlights the word downfall and says, you understand that there was the downfall because of body consciousness. It is after this has happened that the Father has come to make it rise. Rise and fall day and night. The sun of knowledge rises and dispels the darkness of ignorance. So the sun of knowledge rises and dispels the darkness of ignorance. The greatest ignorance is that of body consciousness. No one even knows about souls. Baba says they simply say that each soul is the supreme soul and they have therefore become such sinful souls. So by saying that each soul is the supreme soul, they have therefore become such sinful souls. This is why there has been the downfall. Baba says you have taken 84 births and continue to come down the ladder. This play is predestined. No one but you children knows the history and geography of the world and how there was the downfall of the world. So, Baba says no one but you children knows the history and geography of the world and how there was the downfall of the world. They believe that there has been a lot of improvement through science. Baba highlights the word science. So, they believe that there has been a lot of improvement through science. They don't understand that the world has become even more impure and hellish. There is a lot of body consciousness. The Father says, you now have to become soul conscious. There are many very good Maharathis. They speak this knowledge very well, but their body consciousness hasn't been removed yet. So, Baba says, even though they are very good Maharathis, they speak this knowledge very well, but their body consciousness hasn't been removed yet. Baba says, because of having body consciousness, there is a trace of anger in some, a trace of attachment in others. There is one thing or another. So, because of body consciousness, what all is there? There is a trace of anger in some, a trace of attachment in others. There is one thing or another. Everyone's character has to be reformed. Baba says, become very, very sweet. This is why the example of the lion and lamb drinking water from the same stream is given. So, why is this example given? Because Baba says, everyone's character has to be reformed. Baba says, become very, very sweet. This is why the example of the lion and the lamb drinking water from the same stream has been given. There are no animals that can cause sorrow, meaning in Satyug. There are no animals that cause sorrow. Hardly anyone understands these things. They understand things number-wise. Baba says it is with great difficulty that the suffering of their karma is finished and they become karma-teet. Many become body conscious. They are not aware of who is giving them these directions. How could you receive Srimad from Sri Krishna? Baba says, how could you receive Srimad from Sri Krishna? Shiv Baba says, how could I give you Srimad without this one? This one is fixed as my chariot, meaning Brahma Baba. Don't ruin yourself for nothing by becoming body conscious and performing wrong actions. Baba says, what would the consequences of that then be? A very low status would be received. So, if we become body conscious and perform wrong actions, the consequences are we will get a very low status. The uneducated ones will have to bow down in front of the educated ones. Many people say that the history and geography of Bharat is not as full as it should be. So Baba highlights the words history and geography of Bharat is not as full as it should be. This has to be explained to them. No one apart from you can explain this. However, a soul conscious stage is required. Baba says only such ones can claim a high status. As yet, none of you have reached your karmatit stage. So Baba says, as yet, none of you has reached your karmatit stage. This one, meaning Brahma Baba, has many responsibilities. He has so many worries, even though he understands that everything happens according to the drama. Nevertheless, different methods have to be created in order to explain to you. This is why Baba says, you can become much more soul conscious. You don't have any burdens on you. So, Baba says that this one, that is Brahma Baba, had so many responsibilities because he was Adi Pita. He has so many worries, even though he understands that everything happens according to the drama. Baba says you can become much more soul conscious. You don't have any burdens on you. The Father has many burdens. This one, Prajapita Brahma, is the head. But no one knows that Shiv Baba is sitting in him. Among you two, hardly anyone keeps this faith. You have to know this world history and geography. When Bharat was heaven and where that then went to. How did its downfall take place? No one knows this. Unless you explain, no one can understand. This is why Baba gives you directions. Baba highlights the word directions. This is why Baba gives us directions. Write to those in schools and tell them that they should know the history and geography of the world. Give talks about the downfall. Bharat used to be like a diamond. How did it become like a shell? How many years did it take? We can explain all of this. You can drop leaflets from aeroplanes. Those who explain have to be very clever. The government wants this. So Baba says the government wants this. Therefore, invite everyone into the government hall, Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi. Have it printed in the newspapers. Also send everyone invitation cards. We are explaining to you the history and geography of the whole world from the beginning to the end. They will come and go of their own accord. So Baba says, when we send everyone invitation cards by saying that we are explaining to you the history and geography of the whole world from the beginning to the end, they will come and go of their own accord. It is not a question of money. Baba says, for instance, if you meet someone who wants to give you a present, you cannot accept it. You can use it for service, but you couldn't accept it for yourself. The father says, what would I do with a donation from you? I would have to give you the full return. I am the very clever stockbroker. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you spiritual children, and we the spiritual children also say namaste to our spiritual father. Today's essence for dharana has 2 points. The first point, don't perform any wrong actions by becoming body conscious. Make full effort to become soul conscious. Continue to reform your character. Second point, become very, very sweet and cool. Remove the evil spirits of anger and attachment from within you. Today's blessing on this Tuesday morning, Baba says, may you keep your record of giving regard, good, and make great donations of happiness as a charitable soul. Let's hear the blessing once again. Baba says, may you keep your record of giving regard, good, and make great donations of happiness as a charitable soul. Baba explains the blessing. At this time, all of you everywhere have to keep your record of giving regard, good. We have to keep our record of giving regard, good. This record will then play everywhere. Baba says, give regard and receive regard. Give regard to the younger ones, give regard to the older ones. Let your record of giving regard now be kept, and you will then become a great donor and a charitable soul who gives the donation of happiness. So Baba says, let your record of giving regard now be kept, and you will then become a great donor and a charitable soul who gives the donation of happiness. To make someone happy by giving him regard is a great act of charity. It is real service. So today's blessing is, may you keep your record of giving regard good and make great donations of happiness as a charitable soul. Finally, the slogan for today, move along while considering every moment to be the final moment, and you will remain ever ready. Slogan once again, move along while considering every moment to be the final moment, and you will remain ever ready. Om Shanti. In the Avyakt signal for the month, make your foundation of faith strong and remain constantly fearless and carefree. Today's point is, just as there is the subject of knowledge, so there is also the subject of service, and only those whose intellects are faithful can claim a number ahead. From morning till night, fix a program for yourself. Create your daily diary, because you are responsible souls. Yesterday also Baba had mentioned about the timetable. So today Baba says, from morning till night, fix a program for yourself. Create your daily diary, because you are responsible souls. You are not ordinary souls, but world benefactor souls. However great a person is, his daily timetable is set accordingly. Om Shanti. Today we also have the invaluable elevated versions of Mateshwari Ji. We have 2 of them. The first essence of the first version is the expansion of Tamoguni Maya. Mama says the 3 words Satoguni, Rajoguni and Tamoguni are used, but it is essential to understand these accurately. People think that these three qualities exist at the same time. But what does reason tell us? So, Mama questions, what does reason tell us? Have these three qualities continued to exist at the same time? Or is the part of each of these three qualities separate in each age? Reasoning says that these three qualities do not exist at the same time. When it is the golden age, that is Satyug, it is Satoguni. When it is the copper age, it is Rajoguni. And when it is the iron age, it is Tamoguni. When it is Sato, it is not then Rajo or Tamo. When it is Rajo, it is not Satoguni. People have continued to believe that these three continue to exist at the same time. Mama says it is a huge mistake to say this. They believe that when a person is telling the truth and not committing any sin, he is Satoguni. So, what do they believe? They believe that when a person is telling the truth and not committing any sin, he is Satoguni. But reason tells us that when we say Satoguni, it means that there is complete happiness. That is, the whole world is Satoguni. You cannot say that a person who tells the truth is Satoguni and that a person who tells lies is Iron Age and Tamoguni. The world has continued in this way. When we say that it is the golden age, it means that the whole world is Satoguni and Satopradhan. Yes, there used to be the golden age like that at one time when the whole world was Satoguni. So Mama says, there used to be the golden age like that at one time when the whole world was Satoguni. The golden age does not exist now. Now it is the iron aged world, which means the whole world is the Tamopradhan kingdom. How can there be anything Satoguni in this Tamopradhan world? There is now extreme darkness, which is called the night of Brahma. The day of Brahma is the golden age and the night of Brahma is the iron age. So we cannot combine the two. The second elevated version of Mama has the essence to take you from this iron aged, tasteless world to that essence-full, golden aged world is the task of God alone. So what is the essence? To take you from this iron aged, tasteless world to that essence-full, golden aged world is the task of God alone. Mama says, why is this iron aged world called a tasteless world? Because this world has no essence in it. That is, nothing has any strength left. That is, there is no happiness, peace or purity. There isn't the happiness, peace and purity that there used to be in the world. There isn't that strength anymore because this world has the 5 vices in it. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. Therefore, this world is called an ocean of fear and an ocean of karmic bondages. This is why people are unhappy and call out to God. What do they say? God, take us across the ocean to the other side. This shows that there definitely is a world that is without fear. That is, there is a world without fear to which they want to go. This is why this world is called an ocean of sin, which they want to leave and go across to the world of charitable souls. So, Mama says there are 2 worlds. One is that essence-full, golden aged world and the other is this tasteless, iron aged world. Both worlds exist on this earth. God is now establishing that essence-full world. Acha, Om Shanti.